Good morning, Year 5. It's Wednesday, the 13th of May, 2020. A quick video then today, midweek, on feedback from the marking we've done. So some points that we've noticed that we need to teach you, and then looking at the next maths as well. Before we get going, boys versus girls on Times Table Rockstars this week. Apologies, it didn't start on Monday. There was a technical issue, but it is up and running now. And you can see that the boys are on 3,245 at the time of recording, and the girls are on 2,420. So pretty close, but definitely well done to these people that are in the top sort of 5, 6, 7 for boys and girls. Let's see if we can get more children on, and let's see if the girls could perhaps take over the boys, and then the boys fight back again. And let's see if we can get more people higher up on this list as well. So if you're in sort of 2nd, 3rd, 4th, etc., see if you can get higher. So Archie, let's see if you can get higher than Lucas. Eddie, perhaps higher than Archie, etc. But well done to all of you going on. It's really, really good to see. So this is something we've noticed from your maths sheet. So if you haven't done the week 26 sheet yet, firstly, I'd be concerned because there's a lot to do and you have 2 days to do it. But this is going to help you. Now, we obviously know 32 divided by 8 is 4. How many 8s go into 32? Now, but then you get these questions here, okay? And if you were in my class, and I'm pretty sure Mrs. Ayton will have done this as well, I said to you, well, there's 1 0 here, so I can get rid of 1 0 here. Okay, that's gone. And just like here, there are 2 zeros there, so I can get rid of those 2 zeros there. And then I end up having this 3,200 divided by 8. Because I've got rid of a 0 on one side and the other side, it is equivalent, it's the same. And because I've got rid of 2 zeros on this side and 2 zeros on that side, it is the same. I haven't taken 1 0 off one side and left it on the other. I've made sure I've done the same to both sides. So now I'm looking at this as my new question. It's equivalent because there's a 0 gone here and a 0 gone there. But I'm looking for that fact within a fact. And my fact here is 32 divided by 8, which we know is 4. Except I haven't got 32. I've got 3,200, which is 100 times bigger because there's 2 more zeros. So guess how many zeros I'm going to put on the end of 4? Yeah, I'm going to make 2 zeros on the end of it to make it 100 times bigger. So the answer would be 400. And the same here. My fact is that I've got 320 divided by 8 because I've got rid of 2 zeros on either side. My fact within the fact is 32 divided by 8, which is 4. How many zeros are here? 1, so I need to times it by 10, so my answer would be 40. Okay? And the same here. 56 divided by 7. We know that there are 8 7s in 56, so my answer is definitely going to start with an 8. Okay, but I need to then balance and get rid of those zeros. Make sure they balance though. I can get rid of 2 off this side. There's 1 there, so I can get rid of 1 there. And then I can write out my new division, which is 560 divided by 7. Well, hold on a second. How many zeros are left here? 1. So I'm going to stick that 1 0 there. In other words, times it by 10, and that becomes my new answer. So 56,000 divided by 700 is 80. You don't stick all those zeros back on the end. That's not how it works. And here, it was 56,000 divided by 70, but because there is a 0 here and a 0 here, either side of the division sign, I can get rid of those zeros. I can cancel them out, as we call it. And so I end up having 5,600 divided by 7. Well, how many zeros am I left with on this side? I'm left with 2. So I'm going to stick 2 zeros back on here, or times it by 100. And my answer then is 800. So it really is that simple, but you must cross off the zeros to help you through it, okay? And then I've noticed a few children have got this one wrong again as well. We did rounding quite a while ago now, but we were pretty secure in it. Can I just remind you that rounding to the nearest 10p, pound, £10, £100, £1,000, whatever, you must remember the whole number. So we're happy that we've got 13p here, and we know that the 2 options of rounding to the nearest 10p would either be 10p or 20p. Now, £3,618 and 13 pence does not round to 10p, does it? We know that 13p rounds to 10p, but it's not. It's £3,618 and 10p. You mustn't remember all the bits before as well, okay? Nearest pound. £3,618.13. Now we know that £18.13 would round to 18 pounds, because 13 pence, if we did it on a number line, we would have 0 pence there and 100 pence there, or a pound in other words. And we know that 13 would round down, so it becomes £18. But it's not just £18, it's £3,618. You mustn't forget the numbers before as well. And I'll just do to the nearest £100 as well, because I think most of you are pretty good at this. But don't forget, 5 and above rounds up, 4 and below keeps it the same or bumps it down. If we've got £3,618.13 and we're rounding to the nearest 100, I find my hundreds place value, go next door, it's a 1, so it bumps it down. Or we've got 6, or another way of looking at it is that we've got 3,600 here, 3,700 at the end of my number line, because we're rounding to the nearest 100. Notice that these are going up in hundreds. Halfway would be 3,650, and £3,618.13 would be about there on my number line. So we can clearly see that that's closest to 3,600. Okay, so my answer to the nearest 100 would be £3,600, not just the 600. Please don't forget all of that. Decimal notation. We don't want remainders anymore. We are year 5, unless it's asking for the number of eggs left, or the number of children that wouldn't be able to get on the bus, or the number of pencils in a pack that would be left over if the children are out of school. You need to put it in decimal notation. Okay, so first things first, we're used to doing a bus stop. We know how many 4s in 3 is 0, so carry the 3 over. How many 4s go into 31? Well, if I quickly did a coin card, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is 32. We've only got 31, so it must be 7. And that makes sense because 7 times 4 is 28. I've got 31, so 28, 29, 30, 31, so there's 3 left over. Now, how many 4s go into 38? Well, if I continue, 36, and then it'll become 40, it's 9. Okay, now 36 to 38 leaves me with 2, so it is 79, remainder 2. You are correct. However, we don't put our answer like that. We need to put a decimal point, 0, 0, 0. Extend the bus stop. So decimal point 0, 0, 0. Extend the bus stop. And now my remainder 2 is going to sit on that first 0, and it becomes 20. So how many 4s go into 20? Well, that is 5. So my answer would be 79.5, or 79 and 2 out of 4 and 2/4, which is the same as 79 and a half, which makes sense that then the decimal was 79.5. Okay, so remember we've done this in class, and the same goes here. 412 divided by 5. Well, I know that 5, all numbers in the 5 times table end in 0 or 5. This ends in a 2, so it's definitely going to take me to decimal notation. So 0.00, decimal point, extend the bus stop. How many 5s in 4? 0. Carry the 4. How many 5s in 41? 8. How many's left? 1. How many 5s in 12? 5, 10, 15, 2. 2 5s are 10s. We've got 2 left. How many 5s in 20 is 4. So it becomes 82.4. That is the answer we're looking for, or 82 and 2/5. Remember, the remainder is here, the divisor is there, which is the same as 82 remainder 2, but we don't want that remainder 2 answer. Okay, so just a quick recap there for you on that. And then the sheet on eSchools this week is looking at two-way tables. We've had some really good scores on My Maths. So just to give you another quick bit on this, we know that this top row here, so boys, needs to add to 70. So I can work out this remaining bit here, because 12 add 25 add something is 70. And 12 add 25 would be 37. So 70, take away my 37, would leave me with 33. So there are 33 green boys. And then going down here, remember it's a bit of a puzzle. Well, if I know that this row along here is total, I do know that this is the number 8. So 33 add 8 would be 41. So in there, my total is 41. And this section here, I know that the total of brown-eyed boys and girls is 29. I already know that there are 12 boys, so 29. Take away my 12 because this is the total, would leave me with 17, and then I can work out as we go through to get to the next step, because I know here that the total is 100, so if there's 70 boys there must be 30 girls, so I know that this girls section along here needs to add to make 30, so 17 add 8 would be 25. What do I add to 25 to get to 30? Well, that's obviously 5, which means that my total then of blue boys and girls with blue eyes is 30 in there, and 30 add 41 add 29 gets me to 100. So I can then go on and answer these questions here, but A is complete the table first, and you've got yellow boxes to type on the sheet. Can I just remind you, I sound a bit like Boris Johnson here using modal verbs, must, should, could. Questions must be about the two-way table. So when it says here, write 3 questions for your partner to answer about the table, it's referring to question 4, this table here, which is clearly about different swimming strokes and the colours there. Please don't write a question totally random like, do you like swimming? I can't answer do you like swimming from the table they've provided me. Okay, question 2, I could give an example of how many people chose 3 style, for example, in which case I would obviously total all of those up. That would be an appropriate question. On the sheet as well, if you've got the plus sheet, it starts with question 4 and then it's the other way round. But so the second sheet is first and the first sheet is second. It wouldn't flip round, but don't worry about that. Just answer as you would. Question 3, highlight or underline the 3 nouns in the sentence below. This was something that a lot of children got wrong. Remember, the would be a determiner. A determiner becomes before a noun. So fire is a noun. The room is a noun, okay, because it's a thing. And what is the other thing? Cozy. Is cozy a thing? Can I go and touch, do it? No. So cozy is not a thing. However, feeling is a thing. It is a noun. So this cozy is actually an adjective describing the feeling, which is a noun because it's a cozy feeling, a comfy feeling, a comfortable feeling. Okay, so feeling would be the noun. Lots of children put cozy, but actually the correct answer for that would be feeling. We know fire, we know room, they're basic, but feeling there. And these are all SAT style questions, so it's good to get used to doing those. Reminders, you've got SPAG to do by Friday, please. Reading or Lexia by Friday. Remember, Lexia is 80 minutes across the week, and it's really important you make full use of that programme, please. Writing, we're looking forward to reading your diary entries where you followed all of those steps to success. Highlight them to make sure you know you've got them in. We're really looking forward to reading those. Maths Week 26 sheet needs to be in by Friday. Your maths sheet, which is the two-way tables one, which looks similar to these questions here, again needs to be submitted on eSchools by Friday. And your My Maths should be completed today. Have an excellent few days. Your Friday roundup will be on Friday, funnily enough, and we hope to see you all soon. Stay safe.